Mr. Speaker, the legislative sitting will end today. It has been a year of broken NDP promises. I want to focus my question today on the poor performance of the NDP government, starting with education. We are seeing declining student performance in mathematics, in reading, and in science, to the extent that even the Premier and his Minister of Education acknowledged on Tuesday that this government has unacceptably harmed the young people of our province. The NDP plans to improve education have in fact been a disaster. I ask, Mr. Speaker, I ask the government, what measures will the government now take to immediately address this epic failure?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for the question. As I said in the House the other day, and it's been reflected several times, we do find the results unacceptable. We took them very, very seriously, and we're going to work on making improvements in the system. We want to make sure that we get back to the basic skills that kids need so they can do well, succeed in math and reading, writing, and science. And one of the steps we've taken, Mr. Speaker, is to reduce class sizes so that there's more one-on-one time between a teacher and a student so that they can have an opportunity to begin to understand concepts more closely so the student can begin to evolve, grow, and develop as a fine and outstanding citizen of the province. That's what our position is on this side of the House, Mr. Speaker. I doubt the leader of the Liberal Party.
Honourable Minister's time has expired.
Mr. Speaker, no government which has failed for 14 years should be given another chance. I now raise another example of poor performance in relation to our manufacturing centre. This time, for the first time in history, manufacturing in Saskatchewan grew so that Saskatchewan's manufacturing output is now greater than that of Manitoba.
We've been helping it.
For decades, Manitoba and manufacturing here has been at the center of who we are. But under the NDP management, even J.R. Richardson, our Manitoba company, chose to invest in a company in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, rather than our province. Why has the NDP government so let manufacturing slip here in our province?
Yes, well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I can provide for the member a fact, actually, which might be useful in this conversation, I would think. And in fact, manufacturing capital investment in Manitoba is above the national average, Mr. Speaker. We know that we have innovations here in Manitoba. The Composite Innovation Centre just celebrated their 10-year anniversary, and they are indeed, in fact, showing imagination and innovation in the aerospace industry and in a variety of industries, in bioscience. Leaders in the nation, Mr. Speaker. We know that we want to continue to invite people to come to Manitoba, make that investment, but I would say to the member, of course, that manufacturing capital investment above the national average.
Mr. Speaker, 14 years of doing poorly doesn't compensate, doesn't address what needs to be done now. In Manitoba today, two-income and single-parent families in our province are losing ground. And because they and others in the middle class are losing ground, our tax base is threatened. Indeed, the poor performance of the NDP government has created a vicious cycle in which the middle class are continually burdened with new NDP cuts, and yet their incomes are falling further behind. When will the NDP end the vicious cycle they started by attacking the middle class in our province?
Mr. Speaker, I find that question to be a titch ironic, coming from the former federal cabinet minister that cut the health and social transfer to people. Really? Mr. Speaker, we know that we can continue to invest in our EIA program and indeed to continue to invest in programs jobs that have supports that are portable, Mr. Speaker. The most important thing that we can provide for those individuals that have been disadvantaged or underrepresented in our workforce is to provide them with opportunities to acquire essential skills and further their skills and invite them into the workforce, Mr. Speaker. And it's on that level I would send a special love note to the Conservatives to speak to Minister Kenney about his ill-advised changes with the Canada Jobs Grant.